Hello everyone and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are talking about the lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces occurring on the 17th or perhaps the 18th of September 2024, depending on where you live. We're going to look at the energy around this eclipse, and we're also going to pull some cards for your signs. So make sure you do watch your sun, moon, and rising signs for the big picture. And if you find that you enjoy this content, and if you enjoy my channel, please hit the like button on this video. It does help it get seen, so I thank you in advance. And of course, if you subscribe, then you will see my content going forward without having to look for it too hard. So this particular lunar eclipse, it's a super moon, it's a full moon, and this is in the sign of Pisces at 25 degrees. So this eclipses in general do bring about an astrological wild card, bringing in fated events. And full moon eclipse can bring about endings. We're closing out a chapter, we're opening up a new one. And this is the first eclipse in the Pisces-Virgo axis. So we're going to see this play out over the next couple of years. There will be a couple other different eclipses in other signs in between, but this one is significant. Pisces is endings, right? Pisces is the 12th house energy. Pisces also can be a little bit chaotic, ruled by Neptune. Pisces, highly spiritual, very intuitive energy, very creative, very not so much passionate necessarily, but creative, right? Very, it's like we really do want to tap into our emotions when Pisces is at play. Virgo, on the other hand, is very ordered, very practical, very down to earth, wants to create order, Virgo, out of chaos, Pisces. So this can be a time when we really do need to look at the balance in our lives, the balance between our physical world, Virgo, the things we do day to day, Virgo, and our dream state, our spiritual selves, our emotional body, our relationships, right, with ourselves, with other people, with the world around us, right? And that's Pisces energy coming in there. So how do we find the balance? That's what we're going to be tasked with over the next couple of years. But this can bring about full moons in general are about a completion of a cycle, and eclipses, we're eclipsing something out of our lives in order to eclipse something in, right? We're cleaning the path and we're making the way forward. So eclipses are very important as far as astrology goes, because they do bring change. And it quite often is really kind of getting things out in the open and dealing with things that have been kind of stagnant for quite some time, right? And, there's always something in our lives where we know we're stuck, or we know we're in a situation that's really not allowing us growth or the happiness that we want. And so something's got to shift. So some people will be having major spiritual shifts at this time. Some of you will be having major epiphanies at this time. It's like, whoa, I didn't see that before. Holy moly. Eclipses can also bring things out of the darkness into the light. We do also have, at this time of this eclipse, we have Uranus retrograde in the sign of Taurus. So this can bring about shakeups in our financial situation, in how we find our resources. This is also kind of breaking us free from old patterns and behaviors, right? So we can get a lot of surprises and some unpredictability with Uranus and Taurus, but it is a perfect time for us to cleanse and purge all toxicity for the rest of 2024. Pluto is also retrograde, has been for quite some time now, but it's just dipped back into the sign of Capricorn for the very last time in our lives. So with this energy, this is about reflecting on where we've been, what we've experienced, especially over the last, since about 2008 or so, and we're preparing for the new age, right? Some of you could get second chances, or maybe it's a major closing out of something here. So, with all of this stuff going on, it's really setting us up for freedom, to find a better way for tomorrow. So, some of you could have some big surprises coming in. Some of you are just finding that a door is opening in here as well. We do also have a conjunction with Saturn at the time of this eclipse. And of course, Saturn is very karmic in its energy. So there is a karmic element to this lunar eclipse. So Saturn is, of course, very much known as, the planet that teaches us something, right? And Saturn is, of course, the ruler of Capricorn. So this is where Pluto is right now, right? So big reflective energy. So you might find freedom from restriction at this time. Something could be really opening up for you. Saturn ultimately does not deny us anything, but Saturn does delay things to make sure that we're ready for the responsibility of something, right? And so it's usually very much to our benefit, even though it doesn't feel that way to us. So with this conjunction to Saturn, this could potentially be something very positive that is happening for you guys. So let's hope so. We can actually look back. Full moons, of course, we do reflect, and eclipses is where we do kind of look back a little bit. And there are retrogrades going on. Two of the slowest moving, very outer planets, Uranus and Pluto, are both retrograde, right? So it's a big time of reflection and lots of changes going on. But if we look back to the last two lunar eclipses in Pisces that occurred around this degree that we're having it at this year. There's been other eclipses in between, but we're talking about these two specifically. They both happened at 24 degrees Pisces. This one is at 25, so very similar. One was September 16th, 2016. So look back to the last few months of 2016, what was going on. The one before that was 1997, also September 16th, and also at 24 degrees. So again, look back to that. When I look back, I know exactly what was going on, right? One of them was in 1997 was a big career change for me. It was great. 2016, everything blew up, right? September, October 2016, career, relationships, you name it. And man, oh man, was that some karmic cycle energy that was there. So very disruptive, but it was also by my own hand for part of it. So, but it freed me up for the future. Challenging to deal with, yes. Painful, yes. But ultimately very rewarding. So if you look back to those two dates, then this could give you a clue as to what was going on. So having said all of that, for some things, we're in the hands of fate. And for some things, you may be pulling the rug out of something or welcoming something brand new into your life. So if you are watching this full video, check out all of your timestamps down below. And if you are watching just the individual videos, because I did break them up for this time, then we'll get right into your cards right now. But have a great eclipse, and I'll see you guys next time. So Gemini, 10th house energy. So your area of life that is very much highlighted for you now is your public image, right? Your status in the world, especially as it pertains to your career, your accomplishments, your achievements, whatever those look like. And with your 10th house energy coming in here, this can be very sparkly for you. It can be where you get the recognition that you so rightly deserve. And you might get rewarded for that as well. You know, part of getting recognition may come with some money. But this can also be where you use your reputation to really make some positive changes in your life. So are you fulfilled in your career? Are you looking for something new? Are you happy with the company that you work for? Do you like the people that you work with, right? Sometimes that can be really wonderful, and sometimes it can be just ick, right? Do people play nice together in the sandbox, or is there a backstabby kind of energy going on? So, you know, it can be where you're really having a look at how you spend your day-to-day life, right? Remember, the sun is in Virgo, and Virgo is about your daily routines. What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Where do you work? What do you do for play, right? All this kind of stuff. And are you happy? So this can be where you're focused on finding a better balance in your life between work and home. This can be where you are potentially getting a new job, or you are making a decision to have a career change in some way. But this can also bring a surprising turn of events for you. You could be headhunted, right? In a good way, okay? Maybe someone is looking at your LinkedIn profile. Maybe someone, you go out to some sort of networking event or something like that, and you start talking to people, and one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, there's a job opportunity opening up for you, right? Your boss could come up to you one day and go, you know what, I like your work, you're dependable, you have great communication skills, all that kind of stuff, and you know what, we want you in this position, right? And it can be something that's quite lucrative for you guys, right? So something can potentially come out of the blue, some out of the blue changes for you guys. But this is really where you can, just watch your reputation. We do talk about that sometimes in our career path, right? Your reputation may precede you, and your reputation also follows you. And, so even though if you are in a job, I will say, okay, the world is small, all right? It feels like a big, big, wild, wild world, but ultimately it is small. The internet has made it smaller, right? And word travels fast. So even if you are in that job or you work for that boss where all you want to do is go out in a blaze of glory, and you may even be dreaming about it, think twice. Think 3 times before you act upon that, because you never know. Never burn bridges, and you just never know who you might run into down the road in your career path, and they could make or break you, right? And so even though you might want to go out and tell everyone exactly what you think of them, right? Go out professionally. It's the high road. It's not the easy road necessarily, okay, because I've been there as well, and I've just wanted to go out just guns a-blazing, and I wanted to just tell everyone how I feel and tell everyone off, and this company this, and your way of running things is this, and nope, I've kept my yap shut. And sure enough, you end up running into people later on down the road. It might be years down the road, and you may be in that position where if you had done what you really wanted to do, or say what you really wanted to say, could put you in a little bit of a sticky wicket in the present moment time. So just if you're, just get the sense that there could be a little bit of spice in the air for some of you there, okay? But ultimately, the eclipse is helping you cleanse and purge anything that's not working for you, and really has you focused on that on your reputation, on your career. You could also have some things that you're dealing with a dominant parent. Now, a dominant parent is typically, not always, but typically the father figure, right? But it doesn't have to be. It can just be whoever is the authoritarian in your household, right? When you are growing up. So this can be where you may have an opportunity to let bygones be bygones and heal something, or you could have something that comes up and you recognize where you've got some blocks, right? Do you believe that you deserve success in your career? Do you believe that you have all of the experience and knowledge that people tell you that you do, right? Is there something from your childhood that's been holding you back? Now is the time where that comes up. Leadership, ancient Egyptian energy, card number 22. 22 is a master builder number. A master builder number says you have all the wisdom, knowledge, and experience that you need from this lifetime and past lifetimes to build the life that you want. 2s are also about balance and harmony and partnership, partnering up with the right people, partnering up with the right company, making sure that you're partnered up with the right job opportunities. 2s are also about making decisions. The leadership energy, right? Some of you could really be taking the lead in your life, making changes, letting things go, trying something new. Maybe you're taking a leap of faith. Some of you may have a leadership position that's opening up for you. And this is where it can something could really pay off for you. You could also have somebody in your life that plays a lead role. So again, a dominant parent, a boss. You could be resolving some issues, or maybe they have something that they want to give you. We also have here full moon power, stepping into your personal power, harnessing and embracing the power of this lunation. It is here in full strength for you, helping you, leading you, guide you. Now, the 10th house is the ruling planet of the 10th house where this eclipse is happening for you is actually Saturn. And as I said in the intro, is that Saturn is in a conjunction with this eclipse. Saturn is also retrograde in the sign of Pisces, and Saturn can bring restriction, but it can also bring life lessons. And so remember that Saturn delays things. Saturn doesn't deny, but Saturn wants to make sure that you're ready for higher level of responsibility, for more money, for whatever it is that you want, right? Saturn's like, well, first I'm going to test you a little bit and make sure that you really are ready so you don't squander something, right? And so you may have some delays. You may have been experiencing some delays, but that's the work of Saturn for you. So work with the energy of Saturn, right? And with it being retrograde, you could potentially have a second chance at something, but it's also a time to reflect and be brutally honest with yourself there as well. We have the 2 of Cups, another number 2 there for you guys. The 5 of Cups, leaving something behind and embracing something new. And we have the 6 of Wands, overcoming difficulties and challenges. This also speaks to your fame, your rewards, your honors, your recognition, right? Your leadership and your success. So very interesting energy there. But we do have the 2 of Cups. So 2s, once again, the energy of the 2s. So you might be partnering up with with the right people if you are not experiencing a good time wherever you are in your life right now. The 5 of Cups here shows that there's something not quite right, but there's a potential to turn it around. The 5 of Cups in the center does show obstacles and challenges, but it also represents the opportunity for change. 5 cups in the card, 3 cups spilt over, 2 cups still standing. So there's something here that could be salvageable for you, right? But we need to really be honest. What is really truly wrong? What is broken? What issues are there, right? And should we want to, we can turn things around. The 5 of Cups can also show that there might be something here that's a cause for disappointment, sadness, but there's something, if we turn around and look at the possibilities, there's something better with that 2 cups standing, and you've got the 2 cups right there. So what does that look like to you? Partnerships, healing a relationship, finding, the perfect job, finding balance in your life there as well. The 2 of Cups, right? We need balance in our life. So whatever it is, there's some decisions to be made, okay? Or we need to focus on balance and those partnerships in our life. But we do have the 6 of Wands. So whatever challenge is here or whatever challenges you've been facing, you're about to have a breakthrough. And the 6 of Wands does carry an energy of victory, success. It also comes with some public recognition sometimes and being recognized for your job well done, and usually with some sort of reward. So rewarded for all of your hard work, energy, and dedication, perhaps, right? Being rewarded with something new even, right? Time to spruce up your resume, guys, if you haven't already. All right. And don't be afraid to talk yourself up. Don't lie on your resume. Okay. But you can certainly fluff it up just a little bit. Remember, you are selling yourself on a resume. It's not necessarily just a list of accomplishments, right? Or a list of things that you did. In this job, I did this, 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 and this. Okay, so what did you accomplish, right? Look at it from that angle a little bit, right? But spruce up that resume if you haven't already, because you just never know. There could be some interesting change in your career path. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. If you enjoyed your reading, if there was something here for you, or if you just like listening to me go on and on about the cards, then just hit that like button there for me. I truly appreciate it. It helps the video get seen. But it is free for you, but also subscribe if you enjoy my content. You want to see more of it, and at the very least, throw a heart in the comments box down below. I'll heart you back, and we'll get all kinds of wonderful high vibe energy going on around this eclipse. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.